Going towards Sandtown. This storm moving northeast at 50 miles per hour, as most of them they have this afternoon. Very, very rapidly moving storm, so again, whenever a warning is issued, you must take cover immediately. Also, in northern Arkansas, Izard County is under tornado warning until 5:45 this afternoon, and people in the path of this storm are in Melbourne, Mount Pleasant, Franklin, and around Horseshoe Bend. Again, a very, very fast-moving storm. Another warning has been issued way up in northeastern Arkansas in Greene County. Tornado warning until 5:10 for Greene County. Again, all these tornadoes having been indicated by Doppler radar. And again, we'll advise you that most of Arkansas is under 1 or 2 or 3 tornado watches, and the last one will expire at 9 o'clock tonight, is this current indication. You saw our Doppler NexRad radar with a number of areas in orange and also in red. These are very, very heavy storms, and they're all moving to the northeast at 50 miles per hour. Now, any of these storms, of course, could produce a tornado. And we want to keep you safe, obviously. We'll keep first alert on the air, and of course we'll have complete reports of the damage and possible fatalities as we move through the evening. Chris, that's all we have right now, and if any other warnings come across, of course we'll pass them on to our viewers.
Okay, Vic, thanks very much. We'll check in with you in just a moment, and as you can see Ned there in the background, both of those gentlemen working on the weather situation for us as we speak. Those of you who may have been watching the Razorback game earlier may have noticed that at one point First Alert actually had as many as 10 tornado warnings issued throughout the state of Arkansas. Several of them did develop into tornadoes. That's what we know right now. We're told once again that the tornado cut a path through South Arkansas near the airport, came up through Arkadelphia, then into Central Arkansas, and is Vic 7, also Interstate 30 down through South Arkansas. On Sardis Road in the Shannon Hills area, there have been unconfirmed reports of as many as 7 fatalities, between 5 and 7 fatalities, but we are working to confirm that now. Trees are down in several areas throughout the state, as you can imagine. Once again, the Little Rock Airport is closed at this hour because of debris that's scattered throughout the runway. We understand that one flight at the Little Rock Airport, a Continental Airlines flight, was actually on the runway and was about to try and take off, but actually turned around after it was hit by debris. These storms, of course, came rushing through the Central Arkansas area within the last 3 hours or so, and they have caused quite a bit of damage. In the Woodland Hills area, we understand that at least 3 mobile homes have been destroyed. In the Art Street area, there may be as many as 1 fatality as well. But again, the area really hardest hit today is in Arkadelphia. We understand that Cherry Street, just south of the Ouachita Baptist University campus, was hit hard. Several homes were damaged or destroyed there. However, we understand that the storms did not hit the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. But again, the downtown area of Arkadelphia has been hit hard. As many as 3 are dead and 17. We again are looking at video from the Chico Road area and makeshift things here, obviously carrying people away in makeshift pallets. Yeah, I guess
they're
that's
built
the
out
best
of wood and poles that people can put together. We're going to have some Arkadelphia video coming your way soon. As you can see, and as all of the authorities and Rachel have mentioned, communities are pitching in all over. Perhaps you are intending to go out and help someone in your community. Best thing to do, though, looks like, is simply stay home and let this pass. Vic said that the storms are lessening in intensity, but they are still headed our way from southwest Arkansas and northeast Texas. Trees down, cars, actually this one just was completely smashed, and it's making the rescue effort so difficult to try and get out of the area. Rachel, you talked about people trapped in trees. I guess I don't understand. Are the trees in standing water?
No, what has happened is the trees have all collapsed. They're all down. And we have heard that there are at least 7 people dead in this area. And with the trees falling down, people could be trapped underneath, and it's just really hard to find them right now with all the debris around. So basically,
we have video coming in now from Arkadelphia. Rachel, sorry to interrupt you.
Sure.
The clock tower, Rex Nelson mentioned, from the Clark County Courthouse has been
heavily
ripped
damaged.
right out. It looks like it was pulled right out of its socket, if you will. Downtown Arkadelphia sustained severe damage.
Well, these are certainly some of the more dramatic pictures we have seen since last year's tornado tore through the Fort Smith and Van Buren area. There you see, it looks like a car is actually thrown up in a building. These are some and people just wandering the streets. These are some amazing pictures that are just into our newsroom. Again, unedited videotape. We want to show them to you just as soon as we can. You're watching them as we're watching them. There you see twisted metal on the ground. This was obviously a powerful tornado that ripped through Arkadelphia and Clark County earlier, Karen.
Rachel, why don't we have you go back out? You said you're having difficulty getting to the scene. But
There's two more things I just want to add real quick.
Certainly.
Basically, someone told me that this was the first tornado they can remember hitting this area in 15 years. So this is not an area that is accustomed to getting ready for a tornado. They heard the warning that said on Channel 7, and immediately they ran to their homes. They said around 3:40, and they heard the loud noise, and they ran to their homes. And basically, like I said, it is just completely devastated, and I will bring you any kind of update we get.
see what you can find out and then call us back. These folks are nice enough to let you use their home.
Right.
We are going to continue looking at video of Arkadelphia. Complete devastation. It's reminiscent of downtown historic Fort Smith.
Absolutely.
In that last tornado. However, this is so widespread. It's not just one city or one county. This is spreading from the southwest corner of the state all the way up to the northeast. And this time, at least, it looks like the Fort Smith area did escape this violent storm system.
We heard early on, before we ever saw these pictures, that the downtown Arkadelphia was the hardest hit area, and it's easy to understand that now, as you see, just trying to cut through the trees in the streets of downtown, and the buildings that we saw earlier just reduced to rubble. Once again, the chief of the Arkadelphia Police, Chief Johnson, told us that 3 people were killed, 2 within the city itself, 1 other on the interstate. But as he described to us about 45 minutes ago, and as we're now seeing for ourselves, several buildings, many buildings, in fact, in Arkadelphia have just been flattened. We can only imagine that the casualty count could change, but right now we know that 3 are dead. Obviously, emergency crews are working feverishly as you see people just pouring into the streets of Arkadelphia in the wake of this tornado. Rachel said that the system that hit near Mableville came around 3:40, so we have to imagine that Arkadelphia was hit shortly before that, Karen.
These storms will travel, Vic said, about 50 miles per hour, but can drop down. It might look like clearing skies, and then all of a sudden they darken and the funnel cloud drops down, and that's apparently what's happened. Most people seem to know it was coming and took the proper precautions, but then again, what can you do when it actually hits your structure? As you can see, downtown area, complete debris and destruction, and we're told that the Wells Discount Shoe Store was a concern. Folks were inside. We hope to get an update on what has happened to the folks there. You saw the Clark County Courthouse earlier, but downed trees, blown roofs, windows shattered is what we're seeing from Arkadelphia. I believe Ned Permy may be joining us in just a moment. It looks as if he is ready to talk to us. Ned, are you there?
As we continue to watch this video, Ned, if you'd like to talk to us and bring us an update, these are really compelling pictures. What do you have?
Well, Vic, first of all, has gone down. We've had an updated, brand new updated tornado watch that's in effect until 9 o'clock that covers most of western and central Arkansas. But more importantly, we have a brand new tornado warning, and this one has just been issued for Craighead County. As Vic showed you just a few minutes ago, those strong thunderstorms moving out of Poinsett County are now moving into Craighead County, and a possible tornado reported on the ground by storm spotters in Craighead County. This is near Highway 163, just south of Jonesboro. And the track of this storm will take it just to the east of the Jonesboro area. And Carthage. We have in Arkadelphia Matt Mosler, who's standing by. In Arkadelphia, you just saw some of the compelling pictures in the Arkadelphia area there. We've got Matt Mosler, who is standing by in Arkadelphia to bring us up to date live on what is going on there. Matt, are you with us?
Yeah, Ned, I can hear you. Just barely, though. I understand that a new tornado warning has been issued for Clark County. Is that correct?
For Clark County, we do not have the warning issued for Clark County, but however, for Calhoun and Dallas County, strong thunderstorms are out in that region for Dallas and Calhoun County.
Well, I tell you, if there is another warning, that's exactly what these people do not want to hear.
He is in southwest Arkansas, and that's where they're coming from, northeast Texas. Let's go now live to Matt. What do you see?
Well, Karen, what I'm looking at, I'm standing up near a Pizza Hut, actually, looking out towards the Malvern area. Now, we heard on the police scanner that a tornado warning had been issued for that area, and so we directed our eyes over here. And on the bottom, right over the tree line, you can see a rain shield at the bottom of this big storm cell, and kind of hard to see now, but if you pan up or move up, Sandy, and up to the top right of this, you can almost see the top of this anvil cloud. This is a big cumulonimbus storm here. This is the type of thunderstorm from which tornadoes originate. And down on the bottom of the storm, we have watched a few clouds drop down. As we zoom in, we don't see any rotation in these clouds, but we do see a huge rain shield that's moving out through that area. And I know Ned's going to show you on the radar a moment ago what's going on through that area, but this is a pretty impressive storm that's moving in behind us. Doesn't look like it's headed towards downtown Arkadelphia, and that is a blessing because these folks down here have had enough trouble. But it does look like a pretty significant storm out here, Ned. What does the radar look like?
Matt, we've got you now, and we want to know
Karen,
how close you are to the Arkadelphia city limits. We know that there is a curfew, and you're not able to get as close as you might like.
Yeah, I'm probably a mile and a half, 2 miles. We're about 2 miles out on Highway 7.
All right,
and
play it safe.
They've closed the whole town, you're right.
Yeah, play it safe, Matt. Be careful. We'll check back in with you. And now we're going to get hopefully some injury updates.
Yeah, a report into our newsroom. Arkansas Children's Hospital confirms that they have admitted 6 people who were injured as a result of today's storms. None of their injuries were life-threatening. We saw pictures earlier, and we will see them again in just a moment from Southwest Hospital. Our Jason Peterson is there live right now, and he joins us on the phone. Jason, what's it like out there?
Well, Chris, I'm looking across the parking lot now. We haven't had an ambulance in here for about 15 minutes, but that's about to change. We just got word that the Saline County hospitals are sending up anywhere from 29 to 70 patients here to Southwest Hospital.